Welcome, welcome. It's so good to be here with you, my friends, my friends. It's good to see you again. And so I have a question for you, and it is, how was your day? And I really want you to be fair. I know. It may have been filled with some drama, with some confusion, with some conflict, and with some tension, but let's just take a moment to step back from the busyness of it all and find our center. Find a sense of ease and composure right here in the middle of it all. And so I invite you to do this soul dance with me, to just vibe with me for just a few moments as we find our center in the midst of it all. This is after hours. This is a time where we can slow down and reflect, where we can reconnect and find some ease in life. You know, it's so easy to get caught up in a thinking that we are less than. It's so easy to get caught up in identifying with our mistakes and thinking, I am that mistake. I am incompetent. I am not capable of. I am not intelligent. Well, here is the moment where we find some clarity, where we find some understanding, where we bring ourselves back into balance, back into focus, to establish a right order within our hearts and within our minds to clear this space. And some of you right now, you are needing this. You are needing this balance. You are needing this focus. You are needing this clarity. And it all starts with one breath. Inhale and release. Inhale and release. Inhale and release. Find your center right here in the midst of it all. Did you excel today? Did you try something new today? Did you inhabit a courageous space, a brave space? Did you show resilience? Did you get up when you thought that you were defeated? Did you bounce back from a failure? Did you find a strength and composure in the middle of the storm? Did you find peace within? It's easy to think that somehow our lives are our lowest point, that our lives are our valleys. But the reality is that if we slow down long enough and bear witness fully enough, we begin to remember our own nobility, the nobility of our hearts, our ability to awaken, to step foot onto the edge of our own becoming. And right now, some of you just need a hug. And some of you need to hear that you are worthy and that you have value and that you have a tremendous sense of purpose within your life. And some of you just need to be wrapped in compassion. And some of you whose hearts are breaking, you just need to be held and tended to right here within this moment. Allow this meditation to be that balm. Allow this meditation to be that space Call yourself to stillness. Call yourself to peace. Right here, right now. Deep breath in, inhale. And release. Inhale. And release. Don't go beating yourself up because you made a mistake at work or in your relationships or within your community. If you have fallen upon disrepute, don't go beating yourself up. Don't go condemning yourself. Don't go excluding yourself because of an error. The Dharma says, don't find yourself repeating it again and again. But it does not say that we will not have faults and we will not have failures. The question becomes, will we recover? Will we find a balance? Will we meet it with wisdom and with compassion? This is an after-hours meditation, and I am here to say, you are wonderful, and you have a purpose for you. And you will step out onto a field of potential, and that your life is endowed with power, and that you have a destiny that is bigger than you can fully contain. And in this moment, may you find the wisdom and the clarity to meet the calling upon your life and the purpose that you hold. May you find the capacity to love yourself and to tend to your needs and to be compassionate where it arises. Hold this space. Maintain this container. Meet whatever arises. And tend to it all with equal measures of wisdom and compassion. This is our after hours meditation. How are you feeling out there? Well, let me tell you, it was wonderful to be able to meditate with you just for a little bit, to take inventory of our day. Just for a little bit, and to tend to our interior life, because let me tell you, it can get hard out there, and it can get cold outside, and we can be a long way from home, and you can feel distant from your heart. But there is a sense of destiny about you, and there is a mission for your life that has not been completed, that has not been fulfilled, and that you are the only one, you are the only one who can manifest the vision. And so it doesn't make much sense to get stuck on where we've fallen short or where we've missed the mark. But I want you to know what is possible in your life. You feel like you understand everything. Well, I'm glad we are vibing on some way. And let's get into the Dharma. It says in chapter 13 of the world, in verse 167, it says, "Follow not the vulgar way, live not heedlessness, hold not false views, linger not long in worldly existence. Arise, do not be heedless, lead a righteous life. The righteous live happily, now and again." And so this verse reminds us to not follow a vulgar path. And sometimes we think of vulgarity as just kind of just saying obscenities and using explicit language, but a vulgar path could also be not living in alignment with your purpose, of not inhabiting a sense of mission within your life, of not possessing a sense of destiny. Within your heart and within you is a capacity, is a gift, is a dream, is an intention, is a motivation that was only imprinted upon you, not anyone else. No one else was given the vision. It belongs to you. No one else can manifest the vision. The insight and clarity was given to you. And if we just remember that we hold a key to a purpose, that we hold the ability to transform a community, to bring about a business, to create a change, then we find a sense of alignment. And as it says, live not in heedlessness, right? Hold not false views. That's what the Dharma says. That's what this teaching of mindfulness says. That is what meditation reminds us of. That if we hold on to false views, into wrong views, into negative views about who we are and about what we are capable of, then we miss out on the beautiful potential that we have for our life. And so I know I am here doing this. Why? Because it is what I am called here to do. Some of you may be looking at this and you may be saying, what is going on? This doesn't make sense. Why is this taking place? And it may not make sense to you because the vision was not given to you, it was given to me, right? This is my vision. This is the purpose for my life. To create these safe spaces where people can decompress from a busy day, to slow down and reconnect with their heart, to hear a word of encouragement, a message of mindful ethics, to bring their lives back into balance. It took me a long time before I even fully grasped what it was that I was doing. But I now have the confidence to take the next step towards it and into it. And similarly, in your life, you have a vision and you have a goal and you have something that was placed within you that I don't understand, that your neighbor won't understand, that the person who sits in the office 4 rows down from you won't understand, because the vision was given to you. And sometimes we just have to remember that what was given for us, right, the calling that was placed upon your life is for you. It's for you to inhabit. It's for you to hold. And it's for you to manifest into this world. And so I just want to take a moment to really point out the next verse where it says, rise. right? Another translation of it says to rouse yourself, right? To don't stay asleep, to don't stay negligent, don't stay caught up in thinking that, you know what, I'm just going to allow the time to pass and one day I will get to it. No, it says to arise right here in this moment. Arise, rouse yourself from your sleep, from your slumber. There is work to be done and the time is brief, right? Because it says, do not linger long in this worldly existence, right? Don't stay caught up in this petty, trifling madness. Don't get pressed because someone told you you weren't enough. You have to summon the strength that is within you to overcome it. Adversity is a part of the fabric of life, the challenge of life. And it is there because only you can go to that place. I won't have the energy or the capacity or the bandwidth to meet the challenges that you have to, right? My soul's curriculum, my work in life is in a different field. It's in a different way. It's in a different form. It's in a different vibration. And I have to manifest the strength and the energy and the thoughts and the actions to meet the challenges that I face in my life. And so, what I know is this is that I am going to live in alignment with my access, right? In congruence with my purpose, to step foot onto the edge of possibility and to be wrapped in potential within my life. That is what I am doing. And as it says, do not be heedless, lead a righteous life, right? Or lead a virtuous life, right? This is what this teaching is. It's this path of a virtuous life. And, it's very common and it's a popular saying to say, you know what, I'm just going to live my best life. I'm going to do me. But the Dharma and mindfulness, it reminds us that we are called to something more, to something fuller, to something greater, that we are called to more than just live our best life. We are called to a virtuous life, right? That's what this is about. That you are called to be a blessing, to extend compassion within this world. That's what we're called to do. And you may not quite get how to do it yet in your life because it just may not be the time for the manifestation to take place. For all of us, we come to this point of recognition where we're ready to take the next step in our life at different places, right? We're not all ready at the same time. Bill Gates started the business in college. Walt Disney was a little older, right? You have to do it when you are ready, when the vision reveals itself to you and you have the strength within yourself to meet it. So many of us, we get caught up in thinking, you know what, how it should have been, right? We have an idealized form in our mind about how our lives are supposed to unfold and manifest. And we think that, oh, you know what? I was supposed to go to college and I was supposed to get the right degree and then I was supposed to get into the right graduate program and then I was supposed to get the right internship and then I was supposed to find the right mentor and join the right networks. We have this whole sequence of perfected events that were supposed to take place in our lives. And the reality is that life doesn't always work like that. For some of us, it is a charmed path and it works like that. But for many of us and for most of us, the reality is that life intervenes and things happen and we get off course and we have to find a way to pay the tuition and then we have kids and we have relationships and we have some struggles and we have some pain and our health gets in the way and so many things can come that interrupt this idealized form. And the reality is it's not that the sequence was in order is that we have to have the resilience to start back up again and to realize that the dream or the vision, it may change form, it may change shape, it may change the way it chooses to manifest into this world, but that we are the vehicle through which it is manifested, through which it emerges. And that's the beauty of our practice. That's the beauty of our work. And that's what we have to find a strength within to do. A resilience to overcome. And so it says, as I repeat it, follow not the vulgar way, right? Follow not the careless way. Follow not the judgmental way. Follow not the ignorant way. Follow not the harmful way, right? Live not in heedlessness, right? Don't live without awareness. Don't live without wisdom. Don't live without right view and right understanding. It says, hold not false views and linger not in a worldly existence. Don't just get caught up and stay pressed. Endeavor beyond it. Endeavor past it. Arise. So many of you are stuck in a mindset that this is all that it's going to be, right? I'm not moving beyond this. I'm stuck here. This is my life. But the reality is that if you begin to see where you are and your conditions as where you will stay, then that is where you begin to fade. That is where you allow the vision to atrophy. And the reality is that the dream and the vision, while it is imprinted upon your heart, it does not belong to you. It is to be manifested through you. And if you do not allow the vision to be manifested through you, it will go to someone else because it's bigger than you. The dream doesn't belong to you. The idea doesn't belong to you. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office will not let you patent an idea that remains in your head. You must write it out. You must express it in some way. You can get the copyright and the patent on the expression of the idea, but not the inspiration behind it that resides within your head and that stays trapped within your heart. You must find a way to manifest the purpose and the calling that is within you. There is a mission for your life. There is a purpose for you. And if you allow your boss to tell you that you are not enough and this is not what you are going to do, you're not going to go any further. If you allow haters within your life, trolls within your life, critics within your life, trusted individuals, people in positions of influence or power to tell you that you are not enough, that's where you will stay. And here it is. If you have a vision for your life, you must live it. If you have a passion for your life, you must begin to express it. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to call you dumb. They're going to say that you have mental issues. They're going to say that you're somehow deficient. But the reality is they are projecting their own pain, shame, trauma, and drama of their own heart and the lack of clarity within their own life upon you. All I'm doing is I'm staying in alignment with my access. I'm manifesting my purpose. I'm bringing my vision to fruition. And the trolls will come out. And the haters will come out. As they've always done throughout all of history. And they will condemn and they will castigate and they will say, this is not within the norm. Go do what you are told to do. Wait for someone else to tell you that it's okay. Wait for someone else to approve of it. Wait for someone else to co-sign on it. Well, I'm here to tell you that if there is a vision for you, you cannot wait for someone else. You have to manifest it when you identify the strength within. When you say, come critic, come hater, come troll, come drama, come whatever, that I will have a sense of mission about me and I will manifest it. And that's what I'm here to do. And it doesn't matter what anyone says about it. I am going to maintain my focus on what I was sent here to do, to help build these spaces where people feel safe to slow down and to reconnect with their hearts, where they come to get affirmed, where they come to get encouraged, where they come to manifest the purpose that has been placed upon their life, where they find a sense of community of other individuals. And if I have to do it in this meditation after dark, or whether I go into a library, or whether I go into hospitals, or whether I go into schools, or wherever I go, I'm going to bring this same message, because this is what I am here to do. This is my purpose. This is my calling. And I now see it with greater clarity and with greater understanding. They can call me creepy. They can call me crazy. They can call me dumb. They can call me a mental case. They can call me whatever they want to. But I am doing what I was called to do in my life. And that's to teach the Dharma. That's to lead meditations. That's to create these spaces where individuals who ever feel called, whoever feel led, feel safe to slow down and to reconnect with their heart. And so if you don't like that, that is on you. That is not on me. Because if I listen to you, and I listen to what all the critics say, and I listen to what all the trolls say, I would be stuck. I would not be aligned to my access. I would not be living out my purpose. I have peace and I have happiness where I am, because I am doing what I am meant to be doing in this life. I am doing my noble work. I am on a mission. And this is the manifestation of it. Some of you will join it and feel like, you know what, this makes sense. This really resonates. I really want a community and a space where I can slow down and process how was my day, right? And some of you, you just have to take a chance to be fair, right? To just be fair for just a moment, because it's easy to not be fair. It's easy to be hostile and hypercritical and judgmental, but it takes more effort to be fair in life. And I'm just asking you to be fair on your vision and be fair on your dreams and be fair to what's possible in your life. That's the reality. And so I'm going to go back and read the verse, because some of you may have just gotten here and you need to hear this message. Someone needs to hear this message. It's important, right? And it says this: follow not the vulgar way, right? Some of you right now, you're following a vulgar way, right? A careless way, a judgmental way, a critical way, a harmful way. It says, live not in heedlessness, right? Live not in heedlessness, right? You have to have a level of insight and awareness that that is the proper path. It says, hold not false views. We have to begin to really think about how we think about life, right? How we relate to our thoughts. Because if you stay caught up in a cycle of thinking that you are not enough and you are not capable of, and it's a constant replaying of negative, harmful thoughts, you are not able to see or understand clearly. And the Dharma, it says it in the very first verse, the very first Dharma verse. It says that the wheel follows the ox. The wheel follows the ox. And it's so important that we remember that hierarchy and that established order there, because if we somehow keep our focus on the wheel, right? We keep our focus on the stuff and the things and the clothes and the appearance, then we miss out on what is guiding it, right? The intentions behind it, the mission behind it. And that's what you have to have, is a sense of balance, right? And a clear understanding. And so let me go back and read the very, very first verse so that you have a clear understanding of what I'm saying. Because it, you know, right now, I get it. There may be some resistance. You may be like, what's going on here? Something may be resonating. Something may be firing off in you. And you're saying, you know what? I am feeling charged and I don't know why. And I don't understand this. And I'm confused, right? And when you're confused, you become highly reactive and you become highly volatile. But let me tell you, it's no coincidence or happenstance that you are here in this moment, that in all these places online, you found your way to a video about being fair and asking, how was your day? Right? Because deep down inside, you know that you have to tend to your interior life, that there are thoughts that are problematic and there's emotions that are difficult within your life that need to be addressed, right? That there is what in psychology they call a schema, right? A worldview that you hold that has to be addressed because it's oftentimes informed by unprocessed trauma and pain of our lives. And so we have to have a clear understanding. This is why we meditate. This is why we come and process in spaces like this. This is why we hold this space. And this is why we create a circle like this. This is why we sit in council like this, so that we can tend to our interior lives, so that we can affirm our value and affirm our worth. And I know you may feel a great deal of resistance hearing this, because many people think that they don't have value, that they don't have worth, that they're meaningless and worthless, and nobody could care less. And I'm here to tell you that the Dharma says from the very get-go that you are of noble birth, right? That you should be affirmed, that you have value, that you have tremendous worth. And so I'm just out here saying that, right? That this is my calling. And I used to think that that was just silly to say, right? Why would I need to say that? Of course, everybody knows that, right? Why would I need to say that? I don't want to sound like some Barney show. I don't want to say that and talk about some like self-esteem. That sounds kind of like cheesy. People should just know it, but people need to hear it again and again and again. And I'm beginning to understand why now. I'm 36 now, and I now see that you have to repeat the lesson over and over again throughout life, because it's so easy to forget. It's so easy to cover up your purpose. It's so easy to forget your value. It's so easy to diminish your worth. And one errant word from a troll or a critic or a hater or a renouncer, all of that can can hurt you. And so I'm here to say, take refuge in this moment, in this space, that this is a safe space, that this is a brave space for you to slow down and for you to reconnect with your heart, to live with a boundless heart, to live with a luminous mind. That's what we're here to do. And you may not be ready for this message right now. And I fully understand that. I fully get it. And you may be saying, who is this guy? He is sitting with this bathrobe on and this scarf, and you are just wondering, it doesn't make sense. You're trying to compute it. You're trying to make it make sense. And the reality is that this is like an after hours meditation. I'm just trying to signal to you that I'm not trying to put on pretense. If you want the motivation guy, you got to click on the other channel with the three-piece suit and the Maserati and the Rolex and the mansion and the pool. That's not what this is about. This is about your call to a virtuous life, about your call to purpose, about your call to mission, right? About a sense of duty that you have. And we're all called to something greater, right? And to bear witness to what's taking place within our lives and within the world, and to fulfill our role in helping to tend to it and to meet it and to extend the level of compassion there. And so, as I said, in the very first verse, it says this, in the verse on the pairs. It says, mind precedes all mental states. Mind is their chief. They are mind wrought. If with an impure mind a person speaks or acts, suffering follows, like the wheel follows the ox. The wheel follows the ox. The wheel follows the ox. And it's so important that we remember that that is an established order, right? That is how karma works in life, is that the causes and the conditions, if they are present, then the effect takes place, the effect follows. And sometimes we just have to remember that, right? We just have to honor that in a way. That if you have the vision and you have the purpose, and if you set the intention, then you have the tools to manifest it within your life. That you don't have to wait on someone else to co-sign on it. You don't have to wait for the degree. You don't have to wait for someone else to approve of you. That you have what is needed to bring about the purpose. And so I mentioned that to say this. Arise, right? Arise. Arise from your sleep. Arise from your slumber. Arise from these thoughts about all your failures and shortcomings and your insecurities and doubts about your life. Arise from all of that. They may be there. They may stay there. They may be with you for a lifetime. But you're called to something greater. And being someone who's called to something greater, you must be willing to face those insecurities and those doubts and those fears that are within you, like, period. That's just a part of it, right? That's part of the work that you must do. You must face the difficult areas of your life. And so I'm just here talking with you and sharing with you, and so I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you're just vibing with me for a moment. And as I said, this may feel like there's some resistance there, right? In a way, it may feel like it's a homecoming and refreshing and something is resonating, is true, but it also may feel like there is some confusion here and there's some obstruction here. Why? Because this isn't the way that I thought that the message would be presented in my life, right? That's what you may be saying. You may be saying, I thought this message was going to come through reading some book or through some authority figure on TV or through a trusted advisor, right? Or a pillar of your community, right? You may have thought that the wisdom would come through a traditional form and not through someone talking in his bathrobe, in the middle of the night on the internet, right? But somehow, some way, you found your way here, right? We found our way together. And as the teaching says, we are fellow travelers on this path, right? Thomas Wolfe is a writer, and he says, "Go seekers, if you will, throughout the land, and you will find us in the night," right? Burning in the night, right? And there's something about when you meet someone who is just vibing at your vibration, right? They are just on your energetic wavelength, that your energies match, right? Your vibrations flow. And you could be from totally different backgrounds, and you could see the world in entirely different ways, and you may have never had any other reason to interact with each other, but simply because you are vibrating at a similar frequency, right? Or your paths crossed, and here you find yourself, and here you find yourself. So there's another verse that I wanted to read. Right. It says this: better than sole sovereignty over the earth, better than reaching transcendence, better than the lordship of all the worlds, is the fruition of stream entrance. And stream entry is the first stage of this attainment, of this awakening, of this awareness live. And so it's saying that better than having all the power, better than having all the riches, better than having all the Maseratis, and better than having all the Bentleys in the world is having this sense of attainment within oneself, right? It even calls it the entrance way, right? The entrance to it. And so it's my encouragement for you to not stay stuck where you are, that you find the strength to move forward and to move on in life. Right? Cool. All right. So we're going to do our soul dance in just a moment. We're going to vibe. Let me go back here and see these comments, because I know you guys were coming out of pocket in these comments. You guys were coming for me. For some reason. Okay. Chakra. Chakras. Listen to me. Namaste. Thank you for stopping by. The logical atheist, right? The logical atheist. Who else came through here? Tinder legend, blah blah blah, cray. Namaste. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you for just coming by and for being a presence, right? Let's see who else stopped by here today for our chat, left a comment. A lot of people. You guys really came out of pocket today on this meditation. Listen, Listen, you're going to have to get used to me because I'm going to be coming back again and again and again. Why? Because I have a message. And why? Because I am on mission. I am on assignment. And this is the thing. When you know that you are on assignment, you can't allow simple words of critique or criticism or confusion to stop you, to prevent you from fulfilling your mission or your task or your assignment, because it's bigger than me. It's bigger than the criticism. It's bigger than the doubt. And a lot of times people are regurgitating and saying things out of their mouths and typing things, right? Keyboard critics, and they're saying things that they're just reactionary. They don't take the moment to process it. They don't take a moment to really see with great clarity or insight or understanding. They are mentally just reacting, right? And saying, I don't get it. I don't understand it. This is crazy. Let me dismiss it. Let me make it go away. Make it make sense to me. And I do that by saying, be gone, right? And there's somebody, Dave Chappelle, he said that. He said, when we don't understand someone, we immediately dismiss them as crazy, right? We almost instinctively go, they are crazy. I don't want any part of that. And the thing about it is that, I meditate and I'm coming from a place of love and I'm coming from a place of purpose. I'm coming from a place of alignment. And I know that our world, well, we don't even have to go within our world. I need to hear these words of affirmation more, right? These words of value and compassion and love more. That I need to find greater wisdom within my life, because I can be so harsh on myself. I can be so cruel on myself. As it said here, follow not the vulgar way, lead not the heedless way, hold not false views. I've had so many false views, right? I've had so many wrong views, so many negative views. And now I can truly say that now that I am finding the strength to live this purpose, right? To manifest it, to say it, I am now at peace. I'm now in a place of balance within my life. And this is a good thing. And I'm not saying that everything is great. I'm not saying that, there aren't any issues. Still gotta pay the insurance premiums, right? Still gotta pay the light bill. Still gotta do it all. Still got the pressures of life. Still got to do the job. Still gotta do the work. Get up every day. But I know that there is a task here that I am to be completing. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to do that. So let's take a moment to meditate for just a little bit. And as we meditate, I want you to ask yourself, how are you? Right? How was your day? Are you cared for? Are you loved? Right? Are you welcomed? Are you treated with kindness? Those are some of the questions that I want you to ask yourself. We're going to get ready to meditate. And remember, we're not meditating out of pity for our lives. We're not meditating out of frustration, right? Or guilt. We're meditating with dignity, with a strength. So we're just getting prepared real quick, right, as we get ready to meditate. Hold this space. Breathing in, Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Beautiful. Continue this meditation. Continue to be with your breath. Call yourself to this space of stillness, into this space of peace. Remembering what's possible for your life. Remembering the potential that is contained within this moment. This is our practice of meditation, where we simply slow down and pay attention to our interior life, of thoughts and emotions, of feelings and perceptions. It's so easy to forget how we can return to balance. It's so easy to forget that we can meet ourselves with ease. And so this is how we create the space. This is how we slow down. And this is me and tend to whatever arises. By breath. Moon. Maintain this container. Meet whatever arises and tend to it all with equal measures of wisdom and compassion. Oh, keep meditating, Sangha. Keep the space flowing. Somebody today has strength to start their business after all these years. Someone today is going through manuscript. It's been much too long. Someone today is going to build the whole, to create the breakthrough, to create invention. This is the day that someone is going to decide to pursue their education, to gain a new skill. And I affirm the vision. I affirm the person who holds the vision. I affirm the values which guide the person who holds the vision. And I affirm the spark which ignites the values, which guide the person who holds the vision. Namaste. Well practice. Thank you for vibing with me tonight for this after hours meditation. It's been good to be able to sit here with you and to hold this space with you. Listen, one finger up for love. If you're about love, if you support love, if you rep love. Two fingers up for peace. With three fingers up for this mindful community. That means you, me, we, all of us. and bring it all in to awaken our hearts. And may our minds be free. Many deep bows of gratitude to you all for your practice here today. May you lead and achieve in life. Peace in, love out. Namaste.